Lulu. Pulsefire Ezreal, my favorite Ezreal skin, on Talith PA. Armor's going to be playing Pharaoh Amumu. Dragonblade Talon's going to be played by Dynow. And Half-Hearted is going to be playing Xerath, which is, like you said, the first time we've ever seen this in competitive mode. We'll see how this plays out. I am Skill Factory, here with...
I am Gander, and on the other team, which is going to be Amputease, they have Science playing as Leona, Hammerhand playing as Six, Battle Fenrir playing as Maokai, Dual Power playing as Pantheon, and Junalicious playing as Brand. By Six, I mean Vi.
By Six, I mean Vi.
It's a VI. Yeah. It's like a Roman numeral, right?
Sure. I started calling her V before I watched the Champ Spotlight, and everybody's like, Vi. It's a long I, V-E-Y-E. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, look, I'm casting. I'm going to pronounce Maokai because he's full of mayonnaise. I'm going to pronounce V because that's the capital letter in her name. And I'm going to roll with it. If you can't figure out the difference between Maokai and Maokai, then I can't help you there.
I like to pull
I'm not going that far out of there.
I like the Lord of War strats. Thank you, but I prefer it my way. I call her Vis sometimes just to troll people, and they get so mad. It's... Sorry, guys. Once in a while.
Yeah, she was accompanied by some of the best login music we've had for League of Legends.
Yeah.
And really well produced at the same time. And I turned my login music back on just during her patch. I used to not have it on, and then I was like...
Have you heard Threshes? It's creepy.
Oh, man, I had it on, and I alt-tabbed. I tabbed over to my other monitor when I was just clicked on League to wait for it to come up, and I was like, what is going on? Why are there little girls whispering and singing to me right now?
Why are little girls so freaking scary?
I know, right?
Girls, it's not like...
I just picture a pair of twins doing that and being like, come play with me.
Just shoot two completely opposite directions? Why did she do that? I know Pix shoots a shot and she shoots a shot. I can't spell. But you know what I was going for there. I guess she put one on the one character and then put one on the one and then shot them. And I didn't see her put Pix on someone at first. Alright, so we're going to see Dynow at the bottom. And we're going to see Metal Fenrir in the bottom, right? Yep.
Yeah, we see the CV coming out right away from Ezreal. I haven't seen CV used as well. It's got a very short cooldown. Can stop, instead of building the, the Spectral Lantern, instead of building that lantern and checking the brushes, you can have the CV, see where the other team is rotating, and try to head them off before they get there. But I'm gonna give the bottom lane fight to the Maokai. Maokai versus Talon. I don't think Talon has the burst to take down a Maokai. I don't think he has the push to push in the Maokai, and I think that bottom is going to be controlled by Metal Finner and whoever comes down to gank.
That's the thing, Dynow can set up for some ganks, man. I mean, he might not win the lane outright with Talon, but he's been effective as a bottom laner. His Talon has not been liability. But it'll be interesting to see how well Talon does against a Maokai, because I'm not too experienced watching that matchup yet. This will be really interesting. So many things are interesting. It's interesting. Up at the top, we got all of the Xerath with the poke right there trying to get him. He's got that extra movement speed, too, after he uses that ability. Talith PA firing his shots off right there. We're going to see this little back and forth click here, and we will find out how things go. Glitterlance landing.
I bet you're going to see the engage as soon as Xerath lands a stun. As soon as he pops that Locus of Power, Mage Chain's coming down. Hammerhand actually going to shorten this up, coming in. Leona coming out over the wall. Nidoran getting exhausted. Talith PA as well. Armor going to be the first one to die right along the side of Vi. Science going to be in a little bit of trouble here. I don't think they have the damage as Diesel Power is exhausted. Nidoran might be able to get away from this. No. The stun coming out from Diesel Power as Talith PA tries to go 1v1 with Junalicious. He's going to get the double kill, get that health relic, come back up top. Amumu's revived already. Vi is revived already. Nobody has even touched this point yet, and they're continuing it that way. Hammerhand going to try to come back in and close the gap, but Talith PA is going to kite now that Vi has no other gap closer. Brand doing a good amount of damage. A great bandage toss over the wall. Armor taking down Brand. Science and Hammerhand going to be in a lot of trouble now. Diesel Power coming back in. Decides to jump on Half-Hearted. And Spear Talith PA splitting his damage and stuns, not getting either one of them down, as Nidoran just stands there on Lulu and is like, I'm going to cap this point. What are you doing splitting your damage?
You see the Mumu driving Vi out of the fight completely, making sure to stay on her so she can't get in and do any DPS to anyone else. half-heart with the long-distance shot, putting some hurt on Leona there, and only just now going down. So he pops that revive. No, it looks like he's going to pocket it for right now. Is going to use it seems. Get back up to this top fight right there. I don't know if he necessarily needed it, but having those extra hit points is really good in this early part of the game. It's going to take a little bit more effort to kill you when you have that revive health going on for you. See, Dynov has got... Uh-oh, Dynov actually going for it right here. She needs another AA. Takes down Maokai over there. Looks like he's a little bit too low to actually try and secure the point, though.
Yeah, the Ignite made the difference right there in that fight. The Ignite got Dynov, got the kill from Dynov. The auto attack passive from Maokai was not enough to keep him alive as he came back in there because of that Ignite. And the tower shots almost changed that fight around for them, but was not quite enough. Hammerhand coming in just to push back those minions and keep that point healthy for them down bottom.
Wrath has all the lightning right now. Lightning from the Storm Shield, lightning from the, what is that ability even called?
Which one?
Arcanopulse.
Arcanopulse.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they have the Mage Chains as the slow. I mean, the stun, excuse me, if he lands an Arcanopulse on top of that. Science running in, wanting to engage, getting the stun on Half-Hearted here. Junalish is going to lay down the ultimate, only hitting one person. Half-Hearted going to get ulted by Lulu. Wild Growth keeping him alive. Science taking a lot of damage. Arcane Barrage coming across their whole team as Amumu stuns them. Hammerhand going to be in a lot of trouble as Amumu is helping out his team, just CCing them down. Junalish is going to be the last one to die here. If he can land that bandage toss, there it is. Junalish is going to die to Lulu. And a very easy fight for them. Their combination of ultimates with the Arcane Barrage coming across their whole team was too much damage as they kept Xerath alive with that Wild Growth.
And that's exactly what I was talking about before, earlier on in this cast, is that just when you think you've burst someone down, Lulu happens, and it turns out their hit points are a complete lie. They're still alive, and all your stuff is on cooldown. And you saw a little bit of that going on in that fight there. And that True Shot Barrage, early on in the game, like right when you first get that, is when it's the most potent, I think. And now Dynov on this tower right there, but he's got exhaust on him, though, and it looks like that's going to keep Fenrir alive, or is he going to go for... Oh, could have gone for that dive, would have traded with him, but things not looking so good. The whole entirety of the game is kind of moving on toward the bottom lane. Science going down for Dynov. Dynov goes for Metal Fenrir, gets the kill, but now he realizes that Science is there, and Dynov doesn't like Science. Tags Science with the break, though. Oh, just out of range for the Zenith Blade.
Yeah, Hammerhand going to come back, help defend this point. They do have 3 people bottom to help out. The look at the power coming down, seeing if he can tag more people on the red team, but the reinforcements are coming in. As Lulu and Bran go 1v1 up top, Bran not making any headway, decides to fall back, maybe grab a speed shine and help the rest of the red team down bottom here.
It's that CV going off. Talos PA is exactly what's going on. Scouting is a difficult thing to get in this game mode. There are no wards in Dominion. You guys got to remember that. If you don't watch too often or don't play too often, is that you can't really see what's going on in a lot of places. It's a game with very incomplete information. So having a CV or something like a Lightbringer or a Hextech Sweeper is always very helpful. And Netherwear Man getting caught by Genelicious up here. Is he going to be able to escape? Oh, the Wild Growth. Denied, Brand. Denied.
Yeah, Brand just barely missed the stun there, and it would have been game over for that Lulu, even with the Wild Growth on there, but she will get away. But very good job of Genelicious to pop that before the engagement. Now they have a very big advantage if they do catch out Half-Hearted or Talos PA, and they can burst them down without that Wild Growth coming out. And that's exactly what Science is going to do. Closing the gap on Talos PA. Pantheon's going to ult in. The stun down on Talos PA. Pantheon dropping in, trying to close the gap. Still can't get on to Talos PA, though. And now it looks like they're going to switch up to the Xerath, who's laying down the ultimate across them, but takes too much damage. The Arcane Barrage, once again, though, with Curse of Sad Mummy coming across their team. A good Brand ult this time, putting out the damage, misses the bandage toss. Genelicious trying to do something here, the exhaust out on the Amumu, and he's just going to kite as he drops the Pillar of Flame, but I don't think he's going to have enough as his cooldowns are down. Another exhaust coming out, and that's going to be it for Genelicious. Armor almost going down, but Help Picks keeping that shield on and keeping him alive.
Yeah, a couple of those Arcane Barrages up there didn't necessarily connect with all of the characters, but it didn't make them want to dive Wrath. And while they were doing that, they ate a Curse the Sad Mummy, and True Shot Barrage just hit everyone over there, and that was able to soften it up a lot. There was a nice use of that CV right on these bushes right here. If you guys follow my cursor during casts, I will actually try and highlight some things that I don't have time to devote actually using words on. So you'll sometimes see a mouse over items and other things like that, and try and tell you about more stuff. So keep an eye on that if if you can once in a while. But yeah, using the CV on that bush there really helped out, because he would have gone to that bush, not been targetable, but they were able to see him and just kind of keep a beat on him and know which way he was going. Science taking a little bit of poke there from Half-Hearted. Now, Zerath with the Storm Shield, I really like that, because the way that he can stay back and still be able to deliver that extra Storm Shield DPS is pretty cool. Dynav going to retreat away. Vi guessing the wrong direction there, so they get a lot of distance between each other. Genos is heading up to the top right here. There's the two carries in the back. Talos PA doesn't believe in walls, just goes right over it, starts unloading on dual power. Half-Hard kind of keeping Science busy. Genos is just trying to get further away from the fight. He doesn't want to get too into things, otherwise Talos PA will be able to connect, take him down, but it seems like Netherrealm Man's got it under control there, and Science trying to tank, but Leona can't quite keep all three of them contained, because if she could stay on one or the other, they were so spread out in that engagement that there's really no hope of Leona being able to corral everyone.
There's more of that amazing Lulu play where Nidoran was able to lock down the brand, chasing away the whole time, picking up a triple kill onto Lulu with the Glitter Lances and auto attack. Pix doing work there as they try to defend this last point. Looks like they want to get away. There it is, knocking up with the Wild Growth. Armor staying alive. The damage not enough to do anything to the red team, but they will stall that. They will keep the 4 cap up, and they're ahead now by almost 300 points.
It was a little scare for Half-Hard right there, but he knew what he was doing. Stopped in the bushes, decided he was going to just poke with the Arcana Pulse up there. Things working okay. Science is, connects with the Zenith Blade, though, which is going to buy that time for dual power to get there for the stun. Was talking about that earlier. One stun will set the other one. He starts using the Arcane Barrages right there. Wants to get in the damage while he can. And is able to get some of that hurt in, but he kept them away from the tower a little while, though. But now they're spread out. You see that right there. That's what I like. Staying away from each other, so that way if Ezreal did have his True Shot Barrage, he would only been able to hit 2 of them and not all 3. So, very good split up there at the top by Amputease's team.
Yeah, the Talos PA now has the Iceborne Gauntlet, so his kiting ability is going to be immense. He's not going to be something that is going to be able to... He's not going to have to shift away and then be worried about getting caught by a stun, because he's going to have a slow on top of that. Vi getting caught out down bottom. Hammerhand is going to be dead before he gets the health relic. Dynav picking up that kill with the help of Lulu, and that's going to help them secure this bottom point. No, Pantheon's going to be falling in from the sky, and it looks like they're going to try to fall back. Nidoran getting caught, though. Assault and Battery not being used yet. Nidoran using Wild Growth on himself. Diesel Power getting exhausted, and a lot of damage coming down as Dynav gets exhausted from Hammerhand. But the slow coming out from the Lulu and Ezreal are just keeping them at bay that whole time. Meanwhile, up top, Amumu dropping the damage across all 3 of them. A double kill coming out for Half-Hearted, but in a lot of trouble now as Middle Finner tries to close this gap. The exhaust coming out of Middle Finner. He still has the ultimate up. Does he have enough damage to kill him? The Maokai is gonna get out of this one alive, but he chunked his health down even before he died right there.
Yeah, line him up at the top. Not such a good thing to do against Zerath or against many, many champions in this game. Run parallel to your friends. It's good. Don't line them up. That's
Follow
scary
leader
stuff.
is bad. Follow leader is always bad.
Yeah, gotta run away. Run away perpendicular to Singed. You gotta be careful about these things. Now, Dynav can't really do anything about this because there's a stun and a punchy right here, and you really don't want to deal with that. So, he's gonna let that go. And they're gonna kind of regroup a little bit. They do have quite a big buffer of Nexus health, though, to play around with. Netherman waiting. Oh, nope, he's not gonna pick that fight. He's gonna get the slow off, get a little bit of Blackfire Torch chip damage in there. Everything kind of okay. Talos PA and armor up here at the top, and they really want to take care of Talos PA because he's dangerous, man. He's got that Iceborne Gauntlet. He's got those CDR boots going for him. He's probably gonna start ramping up the damage real heavy here with his next set of items. They're pushing on this point pretty aggressively. They've already got half the capture in on, so they feed some more minions to it. It could be pretty good. It's Half-Hard poking from the back here, and that's one of the best things about Zerath. His ability to hang back. Look how far Metal Fender had to extend in order to get to him. That Maelstrom wasn't helping anyone else out being all the way over there. And Talos PA firing that shot. Nice lead right there. Able to take down Maokai. Geolicious hanging out in the back right there, but not really able to connect with anyone from that distance. But he is trying to keep the creeps off the tower so he can keep it from going neutral. So he retained that defender's advantage for as long as possible. Armor doesn't care. Throws down the offensive garrison. Defensive garrison is thrown down to heal the tower as well. Leona's Science back and see if she can delay long enough for Pantheon to close the gap. He does have his Grand Skyfall. We might see that used here for him to catch up to the fight.
Yeah, good damage coming out from Science, actually taking out support versus support. That Lulu going down. Pantheon dropping in. Half-Hearted definitely going to die right here. As soon as Pantheon closes that gap, there he goes. But the point being neutralized by the minions. In the meantime, Amumu coming back to the fight. trying to defend this. They're actually getting a little bit more onto the point. Red team does have the minion advantage at the moment, but Tal's PA just poking and poking and poking. Diesel Power unable to close that gap to get that stun off, and Red team kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. They either go after the Lulu, who's kiting them very well, or they go after Tal's PA, who has even more kiting ability at the moment with that Iceborne Gauntlet. Leona's going to be dying right there, and Red team in a lot of trouble as Amumu sits in their team and just cries them to death. He's so sad that they're falling over, and Lulu picking up her second triple kill. Brand coming back, trying to get a lot of damage down here, trying to focus the Lulu, but the Polymorph coming out, the Wild Growth coming out, a good ult at the very end. He will pick up one kill, but at the cost of his own life.
I think he was looking for the stun there on someone like Talos before he let that Pyroclasm go. But he still was able to get one kill out of it. There's just so much crowd control to hit. Line them up. Nope, not quite. Okay, they were a little bit too far away. I wanted to see all of that damage. And Half Hard knows how to play those APs. He's played a lot of Brand, and now he's playing a pretty good Zerath Rage. He's going to pick up that Storm Shield and have that really long distance poke and be able to deliver that extra Storm Shield damage with every single one of those shots that goes off. Spy Sapling right there. Gonna sap your sentry. There's the sweeper goes off right there. Reveals, shows exactly what's going on. Science dives in for Half Hard, but he's separated from the rest of his team. Science is starting to fight. There's really no one there to follow up on. Now, Geolicious does catch up, but his Pyroclasm is still down from the last engagement, so he doesn't have that to really throw into things. Nice ultimate there by Amumu, keeping everything nice and contained, letting them DPS. Science finally going to go down, but while that was going on, Leatherfinger had captured the top point. So, he's up here, he's got Maelstrom, he can delay for a little while. If Geolicious can close and actually get into the tower, get in that defensive range there, things could be okay. Finally managed to get around Amumu. Amumu not a greatest football player, unfortunately. The Wild Growth goes off right there, buffs Armor's hit points up, which is good because he does have that tower damage going off on him. And with the arrival of Tal's PA, they're going to be able to clean that up.
Yeah, the Pantheon ult coming down. It looks like he will be able to stop this cap from happening, but I think he's going to die right away here. He doesn't have the damage to get a kill. Oh, he does! He actually goes for the Amumu as Leona comes with that Solar Flare, Brand coming back up, and the damage coming down enough for them to secure this point for the red team. But they did have to use pretty much, 2 revives there from Maokai and Brand to get back up and defend that point. We might as well use them now because if they didn't get that point, it might have been the end of the game for them. The windmill being very crucial as bottom lane has just been a punch-for-punch battle. I mean, it's blades and rakes versus fists and fists, and they're really not doing anything down bottom but keeping each other there. Geolicious will get that Storm Shield before Xerath could poke off of it, but Armor doing a great job at just zoning out that Brand. Stopping their carries and zoning them out. Nidore Man as well, protecting the Ezreal just so much slow with that help picks. And then the Glitter Lance doing a great job. Sion's going to close the gap once again. Not going to commit onto this one. Does have the speed shrine up. Trying to pop the Solar Flare. Getting onto Half-Hearted. Half-Hearted going to die right away as Brand drops the Pyroclasm across. Half-Hearted coming right back up from the Wild Growth, but will drop to the Pyroclasm. The ult coming across from Ezreal doing lots of damage now. And they're trying to poke into this turret. They have all the time in the world. They have such a good lead. Brand dying to the poke from Ezreal as he continues to just spam his Mystic shots into that team, picking up a double kill. Now he's going to try to get into on the Science. The defensive garrison going down. Talos PA not going to worry about it one bit. He will take down for the triple kill and cap this point for them as Pantheon trades with Amumu for his life. Ooh, that last little pick shot there. A little too much damage for the man that Pantheon is. A small fairy can take him down.
Pix is not to be trifled with unless you have a butterfly net, in which case Pix gets a little bit scared. Dynav at the bottom right here. I don't like his odds against that. He's got a nice crowd control on him, but he might be able to take that Metal Fender, though, but he's not going to be able to get Hammerhand, unfortunately. He just doesn't quite have the hit points to put that other fight through. He might go for the interrupt on the cap here and keep things delayed a little bit, and that's the name of the game. Durable and delay are the two biggest things about Dominion to remember. You want to be able to delay on points for as long as you can for reinforcements to arrive, or just to drain out the clock a little bit longer. And you want to be durable, which helps to facilitate the delay. Dual power kind of getting caught away, but he's pretty solid. He can back off a little bit. Tried to go for the jump there, but wasn't able to get it, unfortunately. Science is back, trying to keep Half-Hard and Talos PA away from the rest of the team, but he can only see C1 at a time. Got the Arcane Barrage going down, not able to connect, unfortunately, but He did force position by causing him to dodge that. Science can back on out of the fight. Hammerhand coming up from the bottom now. Curse of Sad when he catches both of them. Got the shield from Lulu right there, going to help Armor get out. And a little bit of damage on Hammerhand as he retreats right there. Netherman and Talpe are able to finish off Maokai. And at the bottom, they are just chasing Vi away now. Dynov does intercept this Vi on her way back. And here we go. There's the Arcano post. Sarath is going to take care of that. And Pantheon looked like he was coming down, but no. Nope, not quite.
Decided to cancel the ult, did not want to go for the 1v2. Science coming in, trying to stop them from capping this point. There's a great solar flare, landed the stun, another stun. Half-Hearted in a lot of trouble here. Brand actually missing the Pillar of Flame as Pantheon versus Dynov go there, but Amumu's going to come in to help. Big damage coming out from that bandage toss, actually, at the moment, and that is going to be all they need to secure this game. Feel the vibe as Lulu is playing the carry, the support, and the utility for that team.
Yeah, Lulu does basically everything in the game that you would want her to do.
The double, triple kills coming out from Lulu. I expected